That we're tackling this morning, then Fed Chair Jerome Powell believes strong US economic growth will allow policymakers to take their time in deciding how far and how fast to lower interest rates. He said, and I quote, "The economy is not sending any signals that we need to be in a hurry to lower rates," end quote. And in an upbeat assessment then of current conditions, the central bank leader also called domestic growth by far the best of any major economy in the world. Specifically, he also said that the labor market is holding up well despite disappointing job growth in October that he largely attributed to storm damage in the southeast and labor strikes as well. Now, on the question of inflation, then he cited progress that has been broad-based, that is what he called it, noting that Fed officials also expected to continue to drift back toward the central bank's 2% goal.
All right, in the meanwhile, Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago President Austin Goolsbee, he feels that the US Central Bank will likely end up cutting the policy rate by another quarter of a percentage point this year and a full percentage point further next year. As Fed policymakers projected in September, remember the median view of that dot plot was for that the policy rate to end this year at 4.4%, that is a quarter of a percentage point below where it is today, and to be 3.4% by the end of next year.
Alright, then moving on, Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba posted higher than expected quarterly earnings on the back of cloud operations growth, but revenue was lower than expected. Revenue up 5% on a year-on-year basis, undershot analyst estimates. Meanwhile, when you take a look at the net income, you're looking at an uptick of 63% year-over-year, beating the expectations of analysts polled by Visible Alpha as well.
Okay, in the meantime, Chinese leader Xi Jinping, he met for the last time with US President Joe Biden, but was already looking ahead to President-elect Donald Trump and his America First policies, saying Beijing is ready to work with a new US administration. During their talks on the sidelines of the annual Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, Xi Jinping cautioned that a stable China-US relationship was critical not only to the two nations but also the future and destiny of humanity. Without mentioning Trump's name, Xi appeared to signal his concern that the incoming president's protectionist rhetoric could send the US-China relationship into another valley.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.